Alright, so this is not really a proper first impression. I'm probably still gonna title it like that, but yeah, now we actually have Kukulkan as playable, so I'm gonna give her a proper rundown and give you my honest first impression, kit, aesthetics, etc. Now for the aesthetic part, I sadly am not far enough in the story yet that I can actually get it myself, like the third Ascension visible and the FA immediately from just leveling her here, but I will do it the same that I did with Tlaloc and Tez as well, where I will check it from a website, because I do want to see it in this particular video. So yeah, you will still see all of that as well with me. Now Ascension 1 already actually looks pretty damn nice to me, honestly. I like the feathery stuff going on with the sleeves and the pants and everything. That's a really nice face, honestly. Mm. Dude, I like the wink with the slightly smug smile as well. Okay, here we go. First Ascension. I've seen the sprite in-game, but I actually haven't seen the actual stage art. So this is gonna be new. That's pretty good, man. So she has a lot of her side exposed, huh? Ooh, nice face again. They're like, the expressions are all nice, and they're also kind of like very different as well. There's like, they're not just subtle changes. So this is where we hit the wall, sadly, for updated aesthetics, because I'm like a couple of chapters short of still unlocking it myself. Still progressing through as we speak after this as well, but yeah, I do want to do this today because it's her banner day, and for the sake of emulating this, we're gonna take a look at it from Atlas's side while I do this. So let's do the Ascension. Boom, boom. Now, let's pretend this is Ascension and bam! Ascension 3. Wow. That's what it looks like? That's very different. What? Even the whole pose is different. This looks like an FA, honestly. So it's one of the rare cases where they changed the stage art a lot as well. I mean, makes sense. It's story locked and everything, but wow. That's colorful, by the way. She's like a rainbow herself. I mean, even her MP had like a rainbow-looking effect on it. Yeah, it's a bit of a toony pose, isn't it? Oh my god, yeah, dude, it's called a leotard, right? Look at her crotch area. Holy crap, dude. I think this is cool because, one, she's supposed to be like an Aztec goddess type of ordeal. So yeah, this definitely screams goddess to me. But at the same time, we have that wrestler vibe as well, right? Because I could absolutely see a wrestler using an outfit like this as well. So I think it actually lands both of the aspects. Anyway, let's emulate the FA as well, because again, I can't see it here, sadly. Let's see. So, let's see. FA is gonna happen now. Boom! Ooh, wow, what is that view, though? Okay, I think we finally have competition for Summer Nidocris. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and I agree. It reminds me of Space Ishtar, yeah, for sure. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, Space Star fans, but this FA is a lot better. Dude, I like the hot pants as well. They are fairly underrated. Like, this is cool and all, but man, this matches the hair so well. This wants to be there. The hair is amazing, and this outfit really complements the hair really well. It's so fitting. Yeah, that's a mantle, alright. Oh my god. Oh, her hair is pretty much covered up, though, because I'm pretty sure the stuff from the headdress, that's not her hair, right? Those are like feathers or whatever. She does appear to have, like, a couple of, what you call it, side locks? That's kind of cute, though. I missed the hair. I just really missed the hair here. This is it for me. This is such a tight, clean design. And it looks even better when you see it in game, which I can show you, because the hair has, like, yeah, you can see how the hair looks like when it's animated. So, yeah, aesthetics-wise, I am pleased. I think it's nice. Unlike with Tez, that honestly, I've warmed up to him a little bit aesthetically. Still gotta say, I think my main problem with him was that the art style just doesn't fit FGO that well. I'm not gonna lie. Not that the art itself is like the most worst thing I've ever seen. But this one, nice. Perfect fit, I would say. The hair is the highlight in my opinion. So let's talk about gameplay then, because this is where things get a little bit interesting for sure. So on base, she has 12.5k attack on max level. That is, needless to say, a very high number. For 13.3k HP as well. That's good. So stat-wise, she's looking really good. And her deck is what? Oh yeah, I knew this. Full-on Gorilla with the Gorilla MP, right? Yes. Okay. Hit counts, we got 3 on the Buster, 3 on the Arts, 4 on the Quick, and 5 on the Extra. Yeah, good numbers. As you would expect from a modern SSR. Or any modern servant, to be honest. So yeah, looking pretty good. Especially because she's supposed to be a crit servant, right? Yes. Oh my god, does she have the... No. This is what I oh my god. Is it the same as the... Is it the same, dude? Oh my god. Okay, let's go through passives. So first of all, we got the... not just self debuff success rate up. This is an AoE one. I think this is the only one in the game that does this as well on an AoE. So even your allies that put debuffs benefit from this. So 8% debuff success rate for your whole active party. That's actually really good. So that's nice, countering some of those innate resistances a little bit more. But then, like, what the hell is this? They kept the thing, dude? What? No way! No way, dude! So, again, every invul on her is converted into special invul. If that's all that this passive was, even that would already be a very strong effect for a permanent passive. That alone would be super good. But then, it gets way crazier, because she gets 3% MP per turn. Sure, cool, but then 10 stars per turn? You're joking me. Like, yeah, sure, Foreigner passive is cool and all, but have you tried Cuckoo passive? I don't think so. This is Foreigner passive on freaking Saint Quartz cocaine up your nose, dude. It's insane. It's literally a free MLB 2030 as one of the 3 effects. How is that not absolutely insanely broken? It is. It's ridiculous. A permanent effect. No enemy can remove this. No one can prevent it. It just works. It just works. Surely no one will ever top this passive. So passives wise, there's only 2, but both are amazing. So there you go. Great start. Stats great, deck great for crits, and passives are insanely broken. So you know what? I would say you can't get a better start than that for a first impression review here. Oh yeah, worth noting that she actually, because this is not considered a normal Foreigner passive, so she actually doesn't have the OG, meaning she actually sadly does not have the best synergy with Van Gogh, because she needs them to have existence outside the domain specifically, the normal Foreigner passive. So sadly, that's one demerit, but I think this makes up for it for sure. Let's talk about the MP. First of all, self applies threat to humanity to self for 1 turn, right? Oh, it's a power mod against Earth threat to humanity. Okay, that makes so much more sense. And then does powerful damage, which also comes with an Earth attribute damage mod, which again, fairly common these days. They tend to put a lot of these attribute damage mods on MPs now, and yeah, Earth is a good one. It's not the most common one. Man is the most common one, but I think Earth is the second most common one. So yeah, pretty good. And this is not just a flat effect. This one scales with overcharge. So, you know, more damage potential with some overcharge. Very nice. Lastly, after the damage, places skill seal on enemies for 1 turn and gain a large amount of stars. And again, this is an AoE MP. So that's pretty good. Now let's look at the numbers. 5 hitter. Pretty good. Not that Buster necessarily needs a lot of high hits, but you know, it's nice if you get some. And the OC Earth damage is base 150, scaling up to 200, so standard numbers for an OC damage mod like this. But again, it's still good. Skill Seal is a guaranteed 100% base rate for 1 turn. Here's the thing, real briefly. Skill Seal, sometimes a demerit. It's not always like something that benefits you. Sometimes you want enemies to use their skills, so it's not necessarily the greatest thing to have. MP Seal, in my opinion, would have been like 3 to 5 times better. And then you get 30 stars. It's a flat 30 every time you use the MP. Because, you know, the 10 from the passive wasn't enough. So when you MP with her, the bare minimum on the next turn is 40 stars. And I can guarantee you it's more than that because this MP is also a 5-hitter. And Buster still has it has an okay star generation on base. So most likely next turn, you're guaranteed to crit with everything. How's that for balanced? Every single turn after, like every M turn after her MP is guaranteed crits. From herself alone. Think about it. And considering she's also a crit servant, yeah. And then the thing I misunderstood is a 50% damage mod flat against threat to humanity, which is before damage. Needless to say, I think this MP is amazing. The only thing is the skill seal, but everything else is really, really good. And she is AoE, sadly. I kind of wish she was single target because she looks to be an amazing DPS. Maybe her farming is good. I'll take a look at that as well. But yeah, effects-wise, it's an amazing MP. So again, so far, she has just ticked every box of being a really, really, really good servant, like top tier already. We still take a look at the skills, and I have a vague idea of what they do, because I did check them in the battle, but let's see. Dude, I'm excited. This is crazy. Get the sword icon. Let's get some unique charisma action in this. It's a modified charisma, her own unique version, like Tez has his. So her version, all allies, 3 turns of attack. What you expect from every charisma, and then it gets wild. You get all allies 3 turns of crit resistance. Now, I love crit resistance. I think it's a great stat for bosses. It's such a good buff. And then the fun part, because she has this unique mechanic where you can pay 10 stars on every one of her skills to gain a bonus effect. In this case, those are the base effects, the attack up and crit resistance. But if you pay 10 stars, she herself gains another attack buff. This is not AoE, this is only for herself, this extra cost, but it's also for 3 turns. Now all this is on a 5-turn cooldown, as you would expect from a charisma skill. So let's take a look at the numbers otherwise. 20% attack, AoE, standard. 30% crit resistance, AoE, for 3 turns as well. That's good. I was expecting it to be 20% if anything. 30%, pretty nice actually. That's pretty good. And then herself, the bonus attack, if you pay the 10 stars, is 30%. So, she herself can get a pretty casual 50% attack up from this one skill alone. On a great uptime, mind you. Again, 5-turn cooldown, 3 turns of all the effects, 50% attack. That's really good. That's very, very strong. Okay, and she definitely has no problems of, you know, paying stars. Now, I do have to say, I'm pretty sure there's no star bomb in her kit. So, the one awkward thing is, yeah, she's gonna shit out stars after the first turn is over. So, on turn 1, if you want to go, you're gonna have to have someone bringing in the stars. But, luckily, we have a support named Koyan of Light. So, you should get a good jump start regardless. And if you don't have her, you can just run like Star Bomb, CEs as well, to activate a couple of skills. There's a lot of options. So this is a great skill already. Basic, but great. Second skill, we got the battery. So yeah, first of all, it's a targeted battery. Again, it's not even just for herself. They could have done that, because I think most of the time you will use this on herself. But, you know, might as well make it targeted to give you that amazing utility. So yeah, that's what it does. That's all it does without the stars. It's just a targeted battery. But, again, if you pay 10 stars... Now the target will also get a 2-time 3-turn evade and 3 turns of sure hit on a 6-turn cooldown, and it's a 50% battery. Yeah, needless to say, this is one of the best 50% batteries in the game. Pretty damn good skill once again. And then we got the invul icon. Text for ants. Okay, first of all, applies invul for self for 1 turn, and keep remember, every invul on her is converted into special invul, so this might as well say applies special invul for herself for 1 turn. That's already really good. Then her Buster card effectiveness up for 3 turns and crit damage for 3 turns. So that's the base effects. That already nice trio. It's a bit awkward considering it's the 1 turn invul with the offensive stuff, but still good base stuff. And then if you pay 10 stars, in addition of using this, you also get 3 turns of MP damage for herself. So on a 6-turn cooldown, what's the numbers? 30% Buster up, max rank. 50% crit damage. and then 30% MP damage. So I feel like this is the skill that has the least value for the extra 10 cost for stars. But still, most of the time you're probably going to have no problems using it anyway. So that MP damage is just going to be a bonus at that point. And for farming, it's going to be even better, because you're probably going to run her with Oberon as well. And MP damage scales the best with Oberon, so yeah. So again, needless to say, one of the better one-turn invul, I guess in this case, special invul skills as well. Definitely better than most, if not just flat out better than all of the other ones. I wouldn't be surprised. Whoo-wee! So let's recap the offensive stuff she has in her kit. 50% attack, 30% buster, 50% crit damage, and 30% MP damage. She literally has all of that in her own kit. No supports. That's all herself. Combine that with the crazy passives, the great base stats, the optimal big gorilla deck for max crit damage. You got yourself a pretty hard-hitting servant, huh? Oh, did Jord update the sheet? Oh, baby. Let's take a look. So with a double Vitch setup, if you're running Super Scope and Atlas, the numbers are honestly still fairly decent for a comp with just, you know, double Vitch. That's actually on the higher end of buster farming with double Vitch, I would say. And then if you do run the double Vitch Oberon, which you probably will be running basically most of the time if you have them, she can't do Black Grail, right? She doesn't have the 100% battery, like Arquaid, for instance, or Melusin. But let's see the numbers anyway. I mean, those are still commendable as numbers, right? Like, her turn 3 damage is insane. Yeah, when you compare her to, like, Koyan Light, let's not compare her to Abigail, because Abigail just sucks, let's be real. I'm sorry, Summer Abigail, but Koyan Dark is not even close. Not even close. Look at the numbers. It's night and day. I do feel a bit bad for her, but yeah. That's brutal, man. She loses hard on every wave. And keep in mind, this is none of her niches active, I'm pretty sure. So think about it. Not only if the enemy Berserker, or if there also happen to be Earth attributes. Yeah, that's crazy. Looks to be a pretty stupid servant without even properly trying her properly, like owning her myself. I can already see, with all these numbers and the kit, it's clear that she's gonna be top tier. So, all in all, I would say easily the best servant of the year so far. Not even close. Tess looks pretty good among assassins, at least. I'll give him that. But overall, she is definitely the best servant of the year so far. Not that we have a lot of sample data, but depending on how the rest of the year goes, she could just be the best servant of the entire rest of the year too. I would not be surprised. They might want to hit some breaks, because man, this is pretty good nuts. This is pretty, really good stuff here. TLDR, Kukulkan looks to be an amazing DPS and a really good farmer as well. Potentially, if you have your niche active or you're fighting Berserkers, it's just absolutely insane as well. I would say flat out, first impression, she's a top tier servant. Okay, I'm gonna stop simping her now and just end this video. But yeah, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Even my dog wants to say hello. More videos on the way. Fun highlights, LB7, etc. We get some EDA content hopefully soon as well. And good luck if you're pulling for her. She seems to be absolutely worth it. Even for MP1, you can still do crazy DPS against bosses for sure. And there you go. With having said that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And a peace out.